So guys, you know that video I did not too long ago where I talked about Olga on the BMW S1000 of Lazer getting killed out on the highway out in Russia. You know, in this video I wanted to talk about, should moms ride a motorcycle?
Let's go for a ride. You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today.
Or should I say, parents, be a mother or father. You know, Olga, you know, the Instagram model, biker, that got killed last week. You know, she was speeding. I don't know if she was stunting or whatever, but she crashed into a bend on the highway. She was speeding, and she died instantly. But she was known to post stunting videos on YouTube. Holy smokes, this road sucks here. They must be doing it, man. Dangerous out here. I tell you guys, out here on the streets, you never know what you're gonna get with road conditions, man. But anyways, yeah, she's stunning out there, taking her hands off, eating, drinking, or getting on the back of her bike, because the BMW S1000 Lazer has the cruise control where you can just turn it on and you don't have to hold the throttle. And she like sits, you know, side saddle her bike while eating a sandwich and doing crazy shit. You know, and she was a single mother, and 40 years old, mind you. But it, you know, it begs the question, you know, should parents be out here riding a motorcycle? In my opinion, you know, I've talked about this in many videos in the past, where I said that, you know, it shouldn't matter if you have kids or not, because, you know, you always hear people demonizing people, parents that ride motorcycles, and I think that's bullshit. I think everybody should be able to ride a motorcycle, regardless if you're a parent or not. However, in my opinion, I feel that, you know, if you're, that as a parent, you should ride responsibly out here on the street. Ride with some sense. By the way, rest in peace to Olga. You know, I'm not trying to talk shit about her after she's dead, but I want people to maybe learn a lesson from this, and maybe I can help save some lives. You know, none of us should be speeding out here on the streets. I speed, as you guys see. Occasionally I'll light up the throttle like right here, but you won't see me doing it for extended periods. I'll just do a little blast here and there, which I probably shouldn't do. But I definitely don't stunt out here on the streets. And, which I think it's stupid. I mean, I think you should take all the stunning, maybe the parking lots, or take it to a racetrack, whatever. But out here on the streets, it really doesn't belong, you know, because not only can you get killed out here, but you can put somebody else's life at risk. That, I mean, these people are just commuting from work, you know, coming from work, going home, or going to the store or whatnot. They don't want to kill anybody out here, you know. They don't want to run over a stupid ass stunning biker out here, or a biker that's racing another biker. You know, I almost killed a biker myself. I was probably inches from killing a biker out in California. I was in a rental car out there. I was in the SoCal near San Bernardino. Should I say San Bernardino? And these two squids on jigsers were flying in and out of cars, and one cut right in front of me, man, literally within inches from my front bumper. Had I sped up at the wrong time, he'd have been under that car and he'd have died instantly. Being stupid out here, racing out here on the highway like a fucking idiot, man. And that's one thing you've never seen me do. I don't race anybody. I don't do none of that shit, man. As far as racing, stunning, none of that shit, man. I do some speeding, like I said, here and there, but you don't see me weaving in and out of cars doing 150 plus. The most I'll do is probably maybe the maximum I've done. I've done 150 plus on a couple occasions, but I don't really get a thrill out of that. I'm more of a like a 0 to 100 guy. I never mostly don't exceed 120, which 120 is stupid out here, to be honest with you. But I just touch it and I'm down. And I don't keep it for extended periods, but that doesn't make it any better or safer because I do that. But you know, the faster you go for long periods of time, obviously that increases your risk. But I tell you guys that, you know, being a parent, I don't have any kids. You know, I don't have anybody to be responsible for. But, you know, she was a single mother, and I feel sorry for Olga's child. She lost a mother because her mother rode recklessly on the streets and out in Russia on the highway. And it's really, and also, you know, that makes us look bad too when we see motorcycle riders that crash or get killed because they stunt or racing or speeding out here. And but I'll tell you guys that, like I said, I feel like when you have a kid, in my opinion, and the reason why I didn't really want any kids in my life is because I didn't want to be responsible for. I wanted to be free and do whatever I wanted to and not be responsible for another life, because I feel like when you have a kid, it's not about your life as much anymore. Your life should be focused on your kids' well-being. That's why we have so many, you know, fucked up people in this world, is because we have shitty parents out there that think more about themselves than they do about their kids. You see out here in Ohio, which is like the #1 state for heroin epidemic, we got parents out here fucking ODing on heroin with their kids in the car. It's crazy. One little kid shot up with, took some heroin. He saw her, because he saw his parents shooting up with heroin. After they were OD'd, he picked it up and he died. It's just, like I said, you have a kid, you gotta grow the fuck up, man. Take care of your kids. Ride responsibly out here on the streets. You know, all of us should ride responsibly, but, you know, especially if you have a kid or kids that rely on you, man. You know, I almost lost my mom when I lost my father when I was 4.5 years old. And I almost lost my mom when I was about 12 years old. She got strangled by some deranged maniac. I almost got left without any parents, man. And thank God she didn't die, but she had a long road of recovery, and thank God that she had a full recovery and was able to get back to herself. And actually, they said she was brain damaged from the strangulation, and that she would be delegated to a nursing home for the rest of her life. And we prayed hard, guys, all of us. That's why I tell you the power of prayer. And she made a full recovery and even went to college and got a bachelor's degree in nursing. She's a retired, semi-retired nurse. She works part-time now. She's been a nurse for over 20-something years. Completely got everything back except for her hand is kind of, her fingers are kind of bent on one hand. But besides that, she's completely herself again, thank God. But you should have saw her, man, when she was a mess after she got strangled, man. Oh, man, it was crazy to see. So I couldn't imagine being a kid and losing a parent to a motorcycle accident. Not only if they get killed, but if they get to the point where they can't care for the kids anymore, where they're delegated to a nursing home for the rest of their life. You know, it just doesn't make sense. For the few seconds or a few minutes that you have fun out here speeding and stunting and all that shit, all it takes is a split second fuck up to completely change your life and change your kid's life as well. It just really, it's not worth it. It's better to just hit the track, you know, even though it's very costly. That's why a lot of people don't ride the track, because it's a very expensive hobby. That's why, you know, you won't see me riding the track that often. I have yet to hit the track because I don't have the time, but when I do, I wouldn't be a regular. That shit's like $200 a pop a session, you know. That shit's expensive. You do that once a weekend, that's $800 plus a month. That's rent for some people, you know. That's why I tell you guys, dirt bikes is really the better way to go. It's also a lot safer. You're off-road, away from cars, you know. The dirt tracks are cheap, 20, 30 bucks a pop, or less than 50. You know, trail riding is often free in some areas, or very little money. And you can beat on dirt bikes, or go the supermoto route. I mean, you can take those to the track occasionally and have a great time. And if you drop the bike, oftentimes it's like I said, they can take a beating, and it's very easy to fix. Unlike these sport bikes, you drop this at the track, you're gonna be fixing the next few weekends. You're gonna be fixing your bike up, paying a fortune. You know, just one, you know, whole side of fairings on this is like $1,000, man. So, and if the bike flips over a bunch of times and ruins all the fairings, you're looking at, you know, if you want to replace them with OEM fairings, it's like probably like $2,500 up to $3,000. You parents out there, you mothers, fathers, ride like you had some fucking sense and think about your kids, man. You know, they rely on you. But I tell you, these sport bikes, they do beckon you to speed, man. It's just the adrenaline rush, I tell you guys. It's bad. It's really bad. It's hard for me to get rid of this bike, though. I love this bike, man. But anyways, guys, tell me your feelings on this. I want to hear your feedback. You know, that's how I do these videos, to create community discussion. It's not all about me. It's about all of us, all of our opinions. Please leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Hey, hit thumbs up if you like this video. Share this video with your friends. And hey, if you want to see more of my videos, go to my website at CycleCruza.com. Click on the menu tab, My Videos. And all my videos are categorized in the various playlists. And hopefully you can find something that will inform you or entertain you. Hey, subscribe to my all-in-one motorcycle channel. I appreciate all you guys. Stay safe out there, man, so you can keep riding and having fun. You know? That's what it's all about. Stay safe, have fun. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.
Hey, don't forget to check out my other YouTube channel that features the original bug-out moto van that is designed and built by yours truly so that I can live in my van with my motorcycle. So hey, check me out at youtube.com/bugoutmoto. Subscribe today.